baby, my Valentine, yeah. Boy, now you're making my temperature rise. If you leave me, I go die. I swear, you are like the oxygen.
Hi guys, my name is Noni Matigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today, let's talk about after everything that has happened, and then it was lunchtime now. Yo, guys, the drama of the judge. Yo. But before we get into doing that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. You are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing all of those things, you are helping the channel to grow financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Hi, Kesana, guys. We went to lunch, Kesana. And then after lunch, I am sure the judge did not eat. I'm playing. I think the judge did not even eat. The way he was so mad. He was mad. He was so mad. He was so mad to an extent that not us getting into an English class to define collude, to define colluding, collude, collide, you name it. Yo, hey. Then Ujaji was, there was a time he sent this girl Rose to go and fetch another dictionary. We had three different types of dictionaries, guys. Different types of dictionaries where Judge Ratha needed to read and explain to Mngomezulu the things that he called him. You are calling me a cheat. You are calling me a conspiracy. Yeah. He went and read. I think if he knows his way around Google, he Googled the damn out of that word collide. Colluding. He was so not happy. We went to an English class, Kesana. There was dictionary number 1. There was Oxford dictionary. There was dictionary from what, and then there was a legal dictionary, I think. And I was like, oh, what are we being subjected to now? He was reading an explanation of what is happening. And then in the last one, that I think it's legal terms there, he was reading and explaining what that person says regarding that way. And then he still insists that he did nothing wrong. And I was like, if you ask me, this is the highest level of narcissism to the core right now, because pained right now, sir judge is so pained, and Mngomezulu is sitting right there like, okay, fine, let's just do this. May I retract? And he was like, there was a time Ubano, he got up and said, I'm standing on behalf of Mngomezulu, Mr. Mngomezulu. He wants to retract. And like, me? Retract? What? Me? He could not even hear. He went deaf. He was so angry that his emotions took over him. Guys. He was, and then he went to talk about how his friends were impinged. His friend that he grew up, he was impinged. I was like, oh, there is something that you are scared of, sir. You are scared of being impinged. That was the only thing that I heard. Guys, I'm sitting here thinking, guys, do not listen to court proceedings in a hurry there. Never do that mistake, please. Or else do what I do, go back and listen again, because you will be found laughing alone, crying alone, doing all of those things. I was like, what's happening? He is behaving like someone, when you tell someone the truth about themselves and no one has ever did that to them, and now that instead of them dealing with the truth of who they are and what they did, they will stick to one thing that you did wrong in your process of calling them out. That's what was happening in that courtroom. And I was like, hi, bo. Sikuphi manje. Judge Kesana was so not happy. He was so hurt. And at this point, he schooled Mngomezulu in mannerism that he's lacking in. He schooled Mngomezulu in disrespect. And then Mngomezulu just like apologized. That judge dismissed him even in those apologetic what he was doing. He didn't care. he didn't care. Bottom line, to Judge Ratha, it was a case of you said what you said, and I know you don't even mean that apology. As if that was not enough, he took me to the laughing powder section, Kesana, of planet Earth, because I was like, what? He went and apologized, and then he said, apologized to Buteles and said, I'm sorry that your dignity or your humanity, something along those lines, guys, I don't care. And then I was not raised like, I was like, okay, so what are you saying about Mngomezulu's parents? This guy, he got mad, guys. He really got mad. He was tripping left, right, and center. He was tripping and he was not happy with anything. Anyway, see that video and tell me what are your thoughts, because me, I'm sitting here laughing like crazy. I'm on the floor. I am laughing at the whole situation because someone was called out and someone was not happy with being called out, and someone was doing exactly what they are being called out on, and it was not happy when they were told. It was not landing well. See you on the next video. Please do subscribe. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.
Where's the other one? Yeah, on side.
Before the court to maybe check the dictionary, I rise on behalf of Mr. Mngomezulu. He's asked to address the court to retract what was said earlier.
To retract what?
What was said earlier.
Me, I must retract.
No. He wants to retract what was said earlier.
Yeah, he'll do it if he wants to, but I'm going to read for him the words he used. That's why I tell him that he doesn't even understand the word colluding. Doesn't, obviously.
Ms. Mokora Malote just asked me to explain to her what is the meaning of the word surreptitious.
Who was?
Sergeant Mukhula wanted to, yeah, she said yesterday I used the word surreptitious. I can't even remember if I used that word. I don't know where it came from. Yes, she's here.
I can help maybe.
Wait, madam, I'm sorry, out of record. That is out of record. Yes.
No, it's not of the record. That's what every man in South Africa and any woman in South Africa hears and sees what they're doing.
Yes.
I even went off the record.
Now, the word arose in the context of the proposition that was put by the minister to Colonel Holmes, that yes, that the police committed an irregularity when they did not search at case number 2.
Yeah.
We then objected and said, but there are no. It can never be an irregularity to fail to search and accuse. Then our minister then said the state is surreptitiously suggesting an answer to and I understand the word surreptitious to mean underhand, stealthily, in a covert, covert manner.
Yeah.
If that will help.
I think Sergeant Mukhula answered. I think Sergeant Mukhula answered.
In an improper way, in a sense that she mustn't be aware what is happening. Who's Okay, just going to give you the meaning of the term which we use. This is the South African concise Oxford Dictionary. This is the fourth edition, 2005. And this is what the word collusion means. We start with the relative of the word collude. Collude. Come means come to a secret understanding, conspire, have a secret agreement, or a secret or illegal cooperation in order to cheat or deceive others. That's what they say. Now this is also the modern Oxford Dictionary, which is the shorter version. Collusion. Secret agreement or understanding for nefarious purposes, conspiracy, fraud, trickery. An agreement between two or more people, especially ostensible or potentially suit, to act to the prejudice of the third party or for an improper purpose. Collude is the one we quote his judgment, me and you. He has defined, in the case, you will read it for yourself. In the case of Cleveland versus Cleveland and Watt, 1908 TH 197. It says it's an agreement or mutual understanding between the parties that the one shall commit or pretend to commit an act in order that the other may obtain a remedy at law as for a real injury. You can also read this case of Gabriel versus Gabriel 1945. And you can also read McLean, this is McLean 1923, etc. Now you are saying I'm a cheat. For nefarious reasons. I'm colluding. I've taken an oath. If you don't know. To administer the laws and the Constitution without fear, favor, or prejudice, and to the best of my ability. I don't know Mr. Wagui from a bar of sorts. It's the first time I've met him here. I've never ever had a private conversation with this gentleman. Never. You can ask him. When I talk to him is when you come together and I see him in my chambers. I'm told I'm colluding on a useless thing like an affidavit, which you say you are no longer interested in. And look at the position of a judge like me. This gentleman says, I have made an affidavit, and in the affidavit I've spoken about the two cell phones. He says, no, I'm no longer interested in them. This court, what must I do? Sit. What is the answer? I've got to say, where's the affidavit? Because I want to know whether he is telling the truth that he wrote an affidavit on the same day in which the telephones, two cell phones were picked up. Then you're saying me, I send him into the arena. Send him into the arena. What for? We don't want to say anything about it. That's why
May I address the
No, no, please don't. Please. I put advice from the JP now. But I told you I won't do it. Okay, Mr. Shonor, let's hear you.
Need to survive.